folks, welcome back to another informational video with yours truly, Sam Healey. Today we're taking a look at the two new starter sets that, two of the new starter sets that are coming out from the Dust Tactics battle system. There's doing a slight overhaul of the rules and everything like that, and we'll get to the game overview and the review of the actual game in another video. Today, I'm just showing you the difference between the new marketing scheme that Dust Tactics is using. They're coming out with 3 different levels of modes, I guess you could say, that you can buy the kits in. You can buy just a model kit where it comes on the sprues, and you can just pretty much put the model together, primer it, and paint it the way however you want to. Or you can buy primered sets, which are already constructed and already primered. All you have to do is paint them with a few minor details of putting things together. Or you can buy the premium sets, which are completely put together, completely painted, weathered, shading, all of that kind of stuff. So without further ado, let's get down to the table and take a look. Okay, so here is a visual representation of what you're going to get in each of the starter boxes. Now, that being said, this is what is in 2 of the starter sets. You have the Luftwaffe starter set over here. So you're getting this tank, the 3 members of the tank squad, and then you're getting a squad of 5 guys here, and then a hero. You're also getting the dice, ammo box, tank trap, a neoprene mat to play the game on, some different tiles for terrain and that type of thing, their cards, and a starter, a set of the starter rules. Over here for the Heavy Ranger set, you're getting the Walker, the squad of 3 Heavy Rangers, and then the hero, dice, ammo box, tank trap, cards, starter rules, neoprene mat, and tiles for the terrain. Additionally, what I'm showing you here is the difference between a new strategy, I guess you could say marketing strategy, that Dust Studios has come up with, and that is the difference between a primered and a premium set. Now, primered starter set is exactly what it sounds like. These are models that have been constructed, and they have a base primer coat of paint on them, so that when you get them, you might have to do a few minor putting things together. For example, this tank crew is not actually part of that model yet. They are apart from it, so you'd have to find the way that you would want them to go on there. But for generally speaking, these are all ready to be painted. You do not have to put them together. The premium set, however, has already been constructed, completely painted and weathered. They're not just pre-painted miniatures that you would see. There is actually weathering and scoring on the different parts of the tank traps, the tank model and that type of thing, and we'll get to that in just a few moments. The level of detail that's on these models is fairly good. I would actually say very good. And I like how the vehicles have a very angular look, but at the same time they do have those very warlike symptoms to them. And that's the primer set. Now we're moving over to the premium set, which has very detailed painting on it. A lot of different effects for shading, weathering, and so forth. So the paint jobs are actually very, very, very good. Something that is, I think, better than something like a Tannhauser or something to that effect. Of course, not as good as the professionals that you would see in a GW studio or something to that effect, but still very, very good. Something that you will be very happy with, I think. The Fallschirm Pack 40 that is here, you can see that the models aren't actually attached, but at the same time, they are still very well detailed models. The only thing is that foot does have the little peg on it, so before there's no peg hole on the model for it, so you would have to snip that little guy off before you would put them on the model. But as you can see, very detailed miniatures. He's got his machine gun there on the back. So very well done as far as the miniatures are concerned. The Wildfire Walker for the Heavy Rangers is also a very well detailed model. This is of course from the premium set, so there is already painting and weathering, as you can see on the edge of the box here. You can have where it looks like it's been, the paint, the green OD paint has been worn off, and so forth and so on. The terrain, the dust parched, cracked ground, all of that. So a lot of good detail in the painting here, not just a detail model, but also well painted as well. The fella that comes on top of it is also painted, and he also has good detail as well. Very well done as far as the painting job is concerned, something that I would be happy with myself if I had painted this. So again, you would just have to affix him on there the right way to begin with. But again, very well painted models, very good detail, and something that it's a good product that Dust Studios is coming out with. So there you have the difference between the primered and the premium sets that come from the new Paulo Parente's Dust 1947 sets that are coming out. Now, these are just the starter sets. You can buy other miniatures in both the primered and premium ways, and then you'll also buy others that are just the model, regular model kits where you have to clip them off the sprues, put them together, and paint them yourself. Now, with that having been said, the price point for these is probably more than I would have expected. Now, maybe that's just the penny pincher in me, I guess you could say, where I'm really very conscious about how much money I'm spending on my gaming hobby. $65 for the primered set is what you're going to find for MSRP on the Dust Tactics website. And then $135 is what you're going to be paying for the the premium set on the Dust Tactics website. And again, that is MSRP, and then there's shipping on top of that. They do give you free shipping after your order goes over $250. So there is a little bit of a caveat there. But probably a little bit too expensive for my tastes. But again, especially for the premium set, you're having some models that are put together and they are very well painted. There is probably I guess you could call it an untouchable, intangible value that is there inherent with having models that are already painted to the level of quality that these are painted to. That would be hard to put an actual dollar amount on. So I am going to give Dust a little bit of leeway here in that they know maybe better than I do how much of a value is to be placed on there. And then on the other hand, that's completely up to you, really. You can look at what's available to you and make your own decision there. Now, as far as gameplay is concerned and that type of thing, I'm going to be doing another review video of these two starter sets. My sons and I are going to go ahead and get down and dirty with these two starter sets and get the game played, and then we'll come back later with an overview of the game and a little bit of review as well. So be on the lookout for that one coming up here in the near future. But until then, this has been Sam Healey, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. See you on the flip side.